I was 17 when I learned that the truth is not always the smartest weapon in the room. It was a Thursday afternoon, and my father's car had a long scratch down the passenger side door. He did not know it yet. I had done it backing out of the school parking lot, clipping a concrete post because I was reading a text message from a girl named Priya who never ended up texting back anyway. My father was a man who believed in accountability the way some men believe in God. Loudly, and without question. He had never once let a mistake slide in our house. Every broken plate, every missed curfew, every bad grade a confessed, judged, punished. That was the system. I had lived inside it for 17 years. But that Thursday, something shifted in me. When he walked out to the driveway and stood there staring at the scratch, I was already beside him. And before he could turn and ask, I said, calmly, that a car must have hit it in the school lot. I told him I came out after 5th period and found it like that. No note. Nothing. He looked at me. I held his gaze without blinking because I had rehearsed this in my head for 3 hours. He exhaled. He shook his head at the world in general. He said people had no decency anymore. Then he went inside and called the insurance company. That was it. No interrogation. No punishment. No 2-hour lecture at the kitchen table. He never questioned me once. I stood in the driveway alone afterward and felt something strange move through me. Not guilt I had expected guilt. What I felt was closer to power. The understanding that I could construct a reality and hand it to someone and they would simply accept it if I delivered it with enough confidence and the right amount of calm. I did not become some kind of serial liar after that. I want to be clear about that. I did not start lying to everyone about everything. But I stopped confessing reflexively. I stopped assuming that honesty was always the obligation. I started understanding that information is something you manage, not something you dump on people because it makes you feel cleaner. That skill followed me. Into job interviews where I framed failures as learning pivots. Into relationships where I understood what to say and what to leave in the room. Into negotiations where I let people believe things that made them feel better about the deal they were getting. My father found out about the scratch years later. I told him myself, actually, over dinner when I was 26. I thought it would be a funny story by then. He laughed. He said he had suspected it at the time but trusted me. He said the fact that I never cracked was either impressive or worrying and he had never decided which. I told him impressive. I said it without blinking. He laughed again. Some things never change.